Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. I wanted to provide you with some breaking news that has just popped up on the Ada County District Court Case Summary Page. This is the document that is maintained by the Clerk of Court to document in a chronological order all of the key events of the case, dates of hearings, orders, motions, responses, replies, exhibits. Many of the things, as you know, in this case have been filed under seal. And speaking of which, if you go to, it's the very last page, page 66. The first item on the Ada County District Court Case Summary Page, as we speak of so many things being sealed, is a motion. It was filed January 13th, 2025, and is docketed here on the case summary page by the Clerk of Court as being a motion, and it is a motion to unseal IGG, suppression briefing, and hearing. This is a public document which will ultimately turn up on the public record for the public to be able to see. We know that because, as we've said before, items that appear on the case summary page with a PDF icon, those are public. The ones that you see with a little lock and key icon, that is sealed. So let's return to what this is. This is January 13th, 2025, which would have been yesterday. Today is the 14th. And as of yet, this document has not popped up on the public docket. It is called a motion to unseal IGG, suppression briefing, and hearing. We don't know which side has filed this. That's number one. We're going to find out which side it is when it appears on the public docket, because unfortunately, the clerk did not cite if this was a defense or if this was a state filing. What does this possibly mean? Motion to suppress or motion to unseal IGG, suppression briefing, and hearing. Well, we know that one of the multiple motions to suppress evidence that Mr. Kohberger has filed and that is scheduled to be heard on the 23rd of January, starting at 9:00 a.m. by Judge Stephen Hippler. One of them is a motion to suppress the IGG DNA evidence, and we've touched upon what this evidence is to the best that we can, because it is largely under seal. And we have been able to find out just bits and pieces of what it relates to through other filings, particularly in a motion to compel that led to the John Judge order in late 2023, ordering the state to turn over certain of this evidence, but it's under lock and key. So in looking at this, it's a motion to unseal IGG, suppression briefing, and hearing. When you hear the term briefing, what it generally means are all of the items that both sides have submitted to the court with respect to a particular motion. We've said before, a motion is an application for a court order. Mr. Kohberger has filed a motion to suppress IGG evidence. Therefore, he is looking for the court to enter an order suppressing that evidence so that it cannot be used in the case at all. Briefing would seem to suggest not just the initiating motion by Mr. Kohberger, but the response in opposition that the state has filed. The state does not want this evidence thrown out, so they are opposing it. And then the reply brief, which is where the initiating party here, the defense, Mr. Kohberger, filed something which is supposed to then just talk to what the response says, to tell the judge such things as, Judge Hippler, the state has got it wrong, and this is how they got it wrong in their response. That's what the reply is supposed to be, not that you get a second bite at the apple and argue your entire motion once again. So that's what suppression briefing seems to, in my opinion, suggest, that one of the parties wants the briefing regarding the IGG motion to suppress to be released to the public. That's what unseal means. We want to unseal things that are sealed. All three of the filings are sealed, as well as all of the exhibits. So one of the sides, it's either the State of Idaho, or it is the defense, Mr. Kohberger, is asking the court to unseal all of this suppression briefing and hearing information. So it appears that from the hearing information, someone wants this hearing on the IGG motion to suppress to possibly be public. We're going to find out when this document drops on the docket. When it does, I will absolutely report back to you with my impressions and my opinion, as I always give regarding what it says. But I have a question for you. Which side do you think has filed this motion to unseal the IGG suppression briefing and the hearing, to unseal the hearing as well? Let me know what you think in the comments. For now, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.